What is up, YouTube? It is your boy King Demonte, back with another amazing video. First off, I want to start off by saying I hope y'all are high vibrations. Hope y'all been meditating. Hope y'all been sun gazing, getting your nature. Hope you been getting more in tune with God, and I hope you been spreading but nothing but love, power, peace, wisdom, positivity, and motivation to others. Cause that's what we all about on this channel, man. We ain't got no hate in our heart, nothing but love in our heart. Today's video is going to be completely different. We are talking about the 3 U's that I live by, and we are going to talk about the circumstances that have forced me to live by these 3 U's. Undefeated, Unbound, Unbroken. Let's get into it. When I was born on this earth, one of the first things my mother ever taught me was to have fear of nothing. Don't let anything get you down. Don't let anything keep you from doing what you know you are good at. Don't let anything keep you from chasing your path. Stay undefeated at all times. I had to grow up learning how to be undefeated. I had to grow up believing in myself. I had to grow up knowing that I was going to have so many obstacles that I had to get over, going through the things that I went through. Because my childhood wasn't the best childhood in the world. It wasn't the best childhood in the world, but it taught me to grow up resilient and strong. That's 2 things about being undefeated. Resilient and strong. That's what being undefeated is all about. It's all about being resilient and strong. I had to grow up being resilient. I had to grow up being strong. Especially living in the streets of Chicago. No, not in the streets. Especially living in the city of Chicago. I literally had to grow up resilient living here as long as I've lived here. I've been here since I was 11 years old. 11. I was born here, had to move away from a while, and then I moved back here when I turned 11 years old. I had to grow up being a resilient child. And I'm glad that I did, because some of my circumstances that I was in forced me to do this. It forced me to be resilient. It forced me to be unbroken. It forced me to be unbound by this world. It forced me to be undefeated at all times. Because when I became undefeated, I've been the king ever since. I think I got control over all my demons. I've been defeated all my demons. I have. I don't fear fighting no demon now. I don't fear my demons anymore. They fear me because I'm the king. They know that I'm defeated. No, they know that I'm undefeated. I'm not going to let no demon destroy me. I'm not going to let no demon destroy my family. I'm not going to let no demon destroy my friendships and relationships with other people. My demons have no control over me. I got control over my demons. Not letting those demons get the best of me anymore. I had to grow up undefeated. You have to stay undefeated, because if you're not undefeated, then you will forever be down. A defeated man will always fail, but an undefeated man will always succeed and strive for the best for himself and others. I'm going to repeat it. A defeated man will always fail. An undefeated man will always succeed and strive for the best for himself and others. You have to be undefeated. If you are not undefeated, you won't be unbound and you won't be unbroken. Now, let me get into my next point. Unbrokenness. Living in the city of Chicago can break anybody. It can break anybody. The circumstances that you are put in living in this city can force you to want to destroy your entire life. It could force you to want to throw your life away. Literally, it can force you to want to waste away your life. Whether it's through drugs, whether it's through the streets, whether it's just smoking every day, whether it's not going to school, whether it's not being focused on your objective, whether it's not being reactive to things that you need to be reactive to, whether it's just tripping over the things that don't need to be tripped over. The circumstances of the city forces you to grow up resilient. It's a make or break thing. In this city, it's a make or break thing. Your circumstances can either make you or they can break you. Because once they break you, this world is going to take you. It's going to take you. As I said, once your circumstances break you, this world is going to take you. It's going to do whatever it can to get you out of here. Because now the world has control over you. Because you've been broken down. You've let your circumstances beat you, instead of beating your circumstances. You have to make that choice of whether or not you want to be unbroken or whether you want to be broken. Whether you want to still be stuck in that same situation. Whether you want your circumstances to continue to take you and break you. Stop letting your circumstances take you and break you. You think because I live in the city of Chicago, I'm going to continue to keep on moping and moaning and crying about how my circumstances aren't the best? No. Yes, I cry. I do cry about my circumstances. But I will not let that break me. I use that as motivation to keep striving. I use that as motivation to keep fighting. I gotta keep fighting. If I don't keep fighting, I'll never be able to make it truly. I won't be unbroken if I don't keep on fighting. I gotta continue to put on the work. I gotta continue to stay on my grind. I can't let nobody knock me off my shine. I won't let nobody knock me off my shine. Because I'm unbroken by this world. I'm unbroken. I have not let my circumstances defeat me. I have not let my circumstances defeat me. And I will not let them defeat me ever again. My circumstances, they will not break me. They will not defeat me. Living up in this city, it has taught me to be so self-aware. I've seen so much going in this city. I've seen and heard people get killed. I've seen junkies. I've seen drunk people. I've seen people driving recklessly. I've seen so much growing up in this city. Especially through my high school years. Through all of my high school years, I've always seen something crazy happen in this city. And I was always mellow to it. I always reacted the same way. Be like, dang, that's messed up. Now, other people, yes, they was crying. They was doing all that. They was crying. They was doing all that. You know, people are crying because the cops keep killing us. People are crying because the white man doesn't like us. I'm not sitting here crying because the Caucasians don't like me. If anything, I can only show them love. I can't have hate in my heart for them. I can't be crying over what the heck they doing, because what they doing to my people is wrong. It's very wrong, but I can't cry. I have to make sure that I break that racial disconnect between my people and their people. I can't cry over what they're doing, because what's crying going to get me? It's not going to give me anything. It's not going to get me where I need to be at in order to break the racial disconnection. It's not. If you're going to continue to keep on crying, I need you to step up. If you want the racial disconnect to end, it's time to step up. It's time to break that silence. It's time to break that silence. It's time to speak out against that. Stop. We're not pro-black. We're not pro-white. We're pro-life. If you watch this channel, we're pro-life on this channel. Not pro-black. Not pro-white. Pro-life. My last point is Unbound. Now, in my last video, I said we are in this world, but we are not of this world. Now, living in the streets of Chicago, living in the city of Chicago, let me stop saying streets. Living in the city of Chicago, it's so many temptations here. So many temptations here. So many. The streets are definitely a temptation, especially for young African American men who trying to make it out the hood. But me, I couldn't fold. I was way too solid to fold. Cause living in the city, it's not even about gangs no more. All these shorties want us to revenge. I was way too solid. I couldn't fold, so I had to stand in front. Had to stand 10 toes down. Had to stand 10 toes down. I couldn't fold for nobody. I'm not gonna fold for the world. I'm not gonna fold for the streets. I'm not gonna fold for anything because I am unbound by this world. This world is going to throw me jabs. It's going to throw me lunging hooks. It's going to throw me uppercuts. It's going to throw me all this. And I gotta boom, boom, boom. I gotta move. I gotta bob and weave, and I gotta come back on my own combinations. I gotta fight. I gotta eat. I'm trying to move my family out the hood. I'm trying to get my family up out this messed up situation that they in, bro. My circumstances are forcing me to be resilient. It's forcing me to be this way. It's forcing me to keep my will unbreakable. It's forcing me to be unbound by the ways of the world. It's forcing me to be unbroken at all times. It's forcing me to be undefeated. I will not let anything break me. I will not let anything break me. I refuse to. I refuse to. I then got control over all my demons. I'm the king. They're not the king. I am the king. They don't control my life. I do. My demons don't control my life. I do. Sometimes my story might make you cry. It will. It'll make a grown man cry. My story will. But it can also motivate you to keep going. You have to keep going. You can't give up. You can't give up just because you get hit with one hurdle. Jump over that hurdle. You can't give up because you got a big obstacle in your way. Move that obstacle out your way. It's time to start being undefeated. It's time to start being unbroken. It's time to start being unbound. It's time to start hopping on your purpose. It's time to start focusing on your objective. It's time. It is time. It doesn't matter where you live. Chicago, the Philippines, Brazil, Russia. It doesn't matter where you live. It's cut out for all that bull crap. It's cut out time for all of it. Undefeated, unbound, and unbroken. Live by these principles for the rest of your life, and I promise you that you will be okay. No, you won't be okay. You'll be better than okay. You'll be amazing. You won't feel like anything can stop you, because right now I feel unstoppable. I feel unstoppable. I feel on fire. I will not let this world break me. I will not let my circumstances continue to take me and break me. Don't let your circumstances take you and break you. A defeated man will always fail, but an undefeated man will always succeed and strive for the best for himself and others. On this channel, we are not pro-black, we are not pro-white, we are pro-life. I love you all. Continue to stay undefeated, unbound, and unbroken. King Demonte, signing off.